Hi! Subscribe now and I'll use my cool cat voice this whole review. Well, looks like some of you didn't subscribe, so I'm not gonna use my cool cat voice, I'm gonna use my own regular voice. How are you doing? I hope you're all having a good day. No, that's not my real voice. This is my real voice, I guess. I couldn't even tell. Review time, and yes, I'm not using green screen this time. I'm kind of winging this. I played this game. It's under 3 hours long, so yeah, I just figured I'd throw this in here because I've kind of taken it my personal mission to play through one cat game a year and review it. I started kind of last year. Well, the other year I did play Stray, but I didn't really review it. I did give my thoughts about it on some gaming pickups, I guess, but that's about it. But last year I played and reviewed the awesome, gory, cuddly Carnage. This year we have very different type of cat game. No carnage this time, just depressing. Endless amounts of depressing. Copycat. Now, apparently Copycat was released a year or two ago. I didn't really know, but it came before for Steam and I do believe some other consoles. All I know is that 29th of August this physical version was released, and I was checking out pre-orders and I saw this and I was like, hey, that looks kind of interesting, you know. I might do my yearly cat game review out of this one. So yeah, I decided to pre-order this. It was around $30 if I remember correctly. It was $30. It says here $25.50, but I'm pretty sure I paid more. Wow, that price dropped fast. Should've waited over the weekend. So, Copycat. This is a smaller game. I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet. I do have some gameplay footage here. I'm gonna put it over this so you can only hear my voice. Squeaky, nerdy, annoying voice. Copycat. It's a game that starts from a shelter where there's cats that you can pick to your home. You know, if you want cats, you go to the shelter and get a cat. There's an old grandma who goes there and gets a cat. The old grandma's apparently dying because she's coughing and feels weak like there's no tomorrow, but still, for some weird reason, they end up giving her the cat. So that's where the journey starts. Oh, by the way, you can pick between 6 different cats, but I chose the tabby because of this. So the story goes, old lady gets a cat and not being in the best physical condition, doesn't seem like she's able to take care of a cat, but she still really wants a cat because cats are comforting and, you know, who wouldn't want a cat? Except people who don't like cats, but are those people really anyway? I mean, it's debatable. I bet they're the same people who put ham on top of cheese when they're making bread. That's just disgusting. Those people suck. So yeah, a couple of first days you spend around the house, getting to know the house, you know, getting comfy in there and getting used to the old lady there who's dying. Well, she's not really dying. She just escaped her retirement home and went and get a cat, and she has some kind of lung problem. It was told in the game, I can't remember what it is, but you know, I think it's the one where you suffocate slowly to death. You know, usually smokers have that. I think it was that, if I remember correctly. I'm not really sure. She also has a daughter who calls her all the time just to check if she's still alive. But apparently the daughter isn't really that into cats like the old lady. How can you just be so relaxed and purr there? I'm shouting at the camera at this moment. Anyway, so a few days go by and one day the old lady doesn't really wake up or come out of her room, so the cat gets worried and, you know, tries to get her attention. You know, what's the matter? Why isn't the lady feeding me? But since this story is told from the cat's perspective, the cat doesn't really know that something's up. You know, the cat's just kind of worried because she ain't getting fed. Anyway, we humans, we pretty much guess that there's something wrong, and it turns out that she had some kind of seizure or something. I don't know. It's never explained. But basically the daughter comes into the house and there's also paramedics. There's ambulance and then the cat gets thrown out. And but once the old lady is back up and well, she goes outside looking for a cat and there's another cat that looks just like you. The cat you're playing as. I gotta put you down because I feel like I'm yelling in your ear. It can't be nice. Oh, but you want to be there. Look at him making little biscuits. Okay, I guess I'll take a little break from doing the video. Where was I? Oh yeah, anyway, the old lady, once she's up and running, she's going outside to look for a cat, and turns out there's a cat that looks just like you. So the old lady takes the other cat inside, and you're outside now, and the other cat's inside, taking your place. So she's the copycat. Or is she? Little spoiler here. Turns out she lost that cat like a month ago, and then she goes into the cat shelter to get another cat that looks just like her. You can kind of see some socializing between the daughter and the old lady, and their family dynamics and all that. So the game is mostly about abandoning your pet. Your cat in this case, because cats are the coolest pets there are. Screw you dog people. No, I like dogs too and other pets. I actually have a huge fucking spider outside my window. He's been there like a month now. I like to just look at it, just go down its web and eat things. So yeah, I kind of have that as a pet too. I call him Spider Rico, by the way. Anyway, the old lady, she can't really take care of two cats because she can barely take care of one because of her lung problem that makes her cough and pass out and all that kind of stuff and take all medication and all that. So she ends up ditching you like you should always ditch your pets by taking them out in the forest and leaving them there.
I'm sorry, Dawn. I'm so sorry.
No, don't do that. Take them to a shelter if you can't take care of them. Anyway, so from there you try to get back into your house and survive in the wild while you're out there in the wild. Luckily the trip's not really that long, so it's under 3-hour game, so yeah, it's pretty fast to get through this. The game's driving force basically is the story about the cat and abandonment of pet and even some family dynamics and all that. It's not that the old lady is a bad person or her daughter is necessarily a bad person, although there's one scene that I think the daughter was kind of thinking about suffocating the old lady with a pillow. Like I said, this game's depressing and it's dark. I'm not saying I'd be lying if I'd say I wasn't really that attached to the old lady or the daughter, so, what do I care? But I'm looking this more at the cat's point of view, and I'm a cat lover. I love cats. I like having them around, not loving them too much, like some people love animals. That's going way too far. But yeah, I gotta say, the story, it actually kind of got to me a little bit, it was sad. I hate to see a cat suffer like that, being abandoned out there and not know why, because cats can't understand stuff like humans can. Cats have their own unique way of seeing things, and I think this game it's pretty cool the way it demonstrates that, how cats actually react to things and see them, I'm not saying it's 100% accurate, because which one of us can really tell accurately what goes inside a cat's head? But cats are smart. They do pick up on things. I do think that cats know way more than we give them credit. I know I have 2 cats. I've studied them their whole lives, and they still amaze me sometimes. I mean, cats, they're fantastic. They're so smart at times. Cats can actually outsmart you. It's amazing. I'm still amazed. I've been around cats pretty much most of my life. They just amaze me at times. What they can come up with and how smart they are and how much they actually show personality. That's amazing. I've never seen 2 cats that are alike. So that was pretty much the story side of this game, Copycat. And yeah, when it comes to gameplay, there really isn't much. I mean, it was a 2-person team that made this game. I think they did a fantastic job when it comes to understanding cat ownership and cats and what cats might go through, how easily people just dismiss cats when they have crisis situations of their own. Oftentimes they just kind of diss their cats and forget about them or don't really take them into account. This game really does do a great job at showing how some people can just shove their pets to the side when there's a crisis situation. I really applaud this game for that. But when it comes to the actual gameplay side, there isn't much. You're mostly going around as a cat, walking around. There isn't really a lot of side stuff for you to do. It's just mostly you have an objective or 2, you do those, and then the story kind of continues. You might be sneaking around. Like there was this one scene where you were trying to steal a sausage from a family that was out on a picnic, so you had to sneak and then press square to hide when they were looking and then continue. It's kind of basic stuff, minigame style thing, Sometimes you're running in an alley and there's different objects in your way, so you just have, there's basically 3 lanes and you have to pick between those, go left, right or center and try to avoid hitting the objects. Really simple stuff. Sometimes there's small open area like the house or maybe the yard and you get to go around there and jump on stuff or climb on trees. It's really kind of bare bones, but again, this was a 2-person studio that did this game, so I'm not really expecting much. And the gameplay side, it wasn't really like the main factor for me in this game. It was more about the story and making this public message that, hey, pets are important and they have feelings too, and you have to take care of them. So in that sense, I feel like it's kind of unfair to actually review this as a game. It's more a tutorial for cat owners or people who are into cats, or if you're thinking about getting a cat, this might bring out some pointers what you have to take into consideration when it comes to cats or other pets. So yeah, when it comes to giving this game a score, if you're looking for a game you're gonna spend time and have fun and all of that, you know what? I think this is like 4 out of 10. There's not much to play around. I mean, honestly, there isn't. But if you're looking at this as a kind of guide for cat owners or just to spread information about cats and the whole story and how just depressing some of those scenes were with the cat. Oh my god. I really hit the feels because cats are like my kryptonite. I mean, send me back in time to kill Hitler. If Hitler's having a bunch of cats in his laps, I probably wouldn't be able to pull the trigger. I'm sorry, but those furry little bastards, they come first. Or at least I'd wait until he puts down the cats, then I'd shoot him. But yeah, if I'm looking at this as just a game, I think I'd go with 4 out of 10. There really isn't, I'm not suggesting this for anyone who wants to find something nice to play or anything like that. But if we were looking at this like some kind of a piece of media that spreads awareness about pets and pet ownership, I think it does that side really well. Even though, the acting's what it is, the voice acting, it's, again, 2-person team. I can't criticize this too much for that, but gameplay side, 4 out of 10. The awareness raising side and the story side, that's like 8 out of 10. So when you combine those, I'd say like 6 out of 10. 6.5. I'm kind of tempted to say 7 because I really enjoyed this. As a cat person, 7 out of 10. But as a person who likes story and gameplay and all that, it's like 6 out of 10. If you're looking for gameplay, then yeah, 4 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I'm a cat lover, so I'm gonna give this 7 out of 10. If you're into cats, dogs, snakes, spiders, whatever pets you might have, bears, brown bear. If you have brown bear, that's your pet. Oh, hey, I actually have a brown bear. This is Ricky, Randy's brother. This is the fatter one. He likes to be scratched a lot. But yeah, if you're curious about pets, I think this game is a good experience for you. Although there is also another audience that really likes this game. Yeah, that's about it. Fuck off and I'll fuck off and we'll meet back here when I upload more crap. I don't know, I kind of, smaller games, I really don't feel like doing all the green screen editing, all stuff like that. I've been busy lately, so you got this smaller review. I might do these more in the future, like this. I might have skits here. I don't know if I put any skits here. I'm still kind of thinking about it while I'm shooting this. Anyway, I said the fuck off thing already. Go hug your cats. If you have dogs, give them a good kick from me. No. Go hug your dogs too. Dogs are great too. If anyone ever kicks my cat, you'll know about it. Because the next video I make, I'm gonna look like Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm gonna be wearing their skin. I just hope the person who kicks them is really hot lady, so I'll get the boobs on top of that. Yeah, I could just fondle the boobs while wearing their skin. This got really disturbing at the end here. I'm just gonna fuck off now. Goodbye. Got any big bucks lately? Been puking on my carpets? We have one carpet in this house. You keep puking on that, you and your brother. What's the matter with you? There's all this hard floor, but nope. You have to puke on the goddamn carpet, or on the bed, or on the couch. That's weird.